It's been the home of the Chiefs since 1972. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from KC. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He connects with Mims. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Broncos.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Mims sent in motion here. 2nd down. Nix. That is intercepted. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Chiefs. Well, that changes the story quickly. Looked like a very nice opening drive to start. Instead, Greg, it goes back the other way, and the defense scores first.
And, Mike, early on, that's exactly how they drew it up. They wanted to come out and establish themselves with this first drive of the game, and then all of a sudden, disaster strikes. Not only do they turn the ball over, the defense is able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw is Nix. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Denver 1st down. Slot man in motion right. And he's brought down after a game. Six on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Mims sent in motion here. On 2nd down, it's Nix. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he's in! Xavier Worthy! Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker now for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. To throw is Nix. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff, running right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And that will wind up incomplete. Triple zeros on the board. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Slot receiver headed right. Here's Nix to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. The drive will start on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. A shotgun snap. He'll look to under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
To the left side in the hands of Rice.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Mims sent in motion here. Nix now on 1st and 10. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Comeback route, and he's got it. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Throwing is Nix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake filled first half continues. Throwing, Nix. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back and is very close to a first down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the zone read, this is Nix. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. He works free, right side. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick 6? And, a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And this will be incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know,
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 30-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior, with the stop. 2nd and 7. Here's a toss as they look to run. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. To the goal line and in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. And he missed it. That's a rare miss for the veteran. And they are unable to add on the point after. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. Back to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Mims sent in motion here. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Run on 1st down. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Third and 9. Let's go. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught left side by Ingram. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Now, faking the give. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. First and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third and long. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 14-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's complete to Rice. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter. Oh, Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient.
No chance at all. He'll go down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Mims sent in motion here. Handoff here, up the middle. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. 3rd and a yard. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This one from 49. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Give up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, KC.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, to the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Here's Butker now for the extra point. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The score, Chiefs 33, Broncos 3.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Touchdown, Broncos. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. It's 1st down, and they'll run. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Here we go.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll check this down to the running back. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side, it's caught by Brown. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll stick with him again. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 3rd and 2. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now a give on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he will score. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Denver. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Number 38, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
We're about ready now for the punt, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. Now on 2nd and long. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Throwing now from the gun. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
He'll take a shot with Mims. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They get the victory away from home in the...
All right now.